What is up, guys? Welcome, I do have to say it, to this new channel that's gonna be elkikeman Metroid. Yeah, you guessed it. It's about my Metroid stuff, my Metroid shenanigans, playthroughs, tutorials, smile, all of that good stuff. All wrapped around in one place. And I promise I'm gonna make a revision to all my old videos for all of you guys who didn't get them. I know I was too shy on those videos, so I'll make a better version of them. I'll explain myself better now that I know more. So I swear I'm not gonna disappoint you guys. I swear. Alright, so today's subject is my new top for Metroid hacks. This time it isn't a top 5, it's a top 10 because I found so many good hacks in this past years, I believe it's been. Yeah, thanks to you guys, you made me try some of the best ones. Some of the best freaking hacks I found on the Metroid construction site. Yeah, as I said last video, MetroidConstruction.com's the place to get anything that has to do with Super Metroid, hacks, help, ASM, patches, graphics, whatever you want. It's there, That's a cool place to visit. Go. Huge shout outs to the MetroidConstruction.com site and community, And then again, I wanna start this video, the main part, by giving some mentions, some honorable mentions to hacks that could have made it to this list but didn't. 3 good hacks. And then I want to tell you about 3 bad hacks. First off, we have Super Metroid Oxide, which by a really little tiny bit didn't make it into the main list. Let's call it our number 11. It's super cool hack, It's got a massive first set of missiles. I think it's like 524 or something. It's got some pretty interesting physics in it. It's nice. Next up, we have Super Metroid Ares 2012. Let's call it our number 12. Alright, and it didn't make the cut because of its whiff dig, something I like to call whiff dig. I'm gonna explain what whiff dig is later on. But something that makes it number 12 is the majestic statue build out of random tiles. Those guys, the guys who made the game, are really talented in that, creating artsy places. There's a place that I like to call the dining room, worth checking out. Go ahead, play it. I encourage you. As for the bad hacks go, we have S.M.I.L.E uninstall 1, we have Impossible, and Super Metroid redesign, which are 3 hacks I hated. I don't like any of them for various reasons, but I'll give you my main for each one. First off is redesign because of its huge, and by huge I mean super massive amounts of whiff dig. Then we have S.M.I.L.E uninstall, which has something that I call bad teasing. I'll tell you what bad teasing and good teasing is later on. And then we have Impossible, which is a Kaizo hack, and I stand against all that is Kaizo. Not Mario, not Crash Bandicoot, not Donkey Kong, not Super Metroid. I hate Kaizo hacks. Why? Because I think Kaizo was made only for the task, nothing else. And when I play a game, I like to play it myself, not having to read it frame by frame to make the perfect. I don't know, man. I love it, like, in GDQs when they bring out TASPOD and stuff. But come on, man. They're making something out of it. They're making donations to huge charities. What do you get by mastering it and playing it yourself? The fact that you're better than everyone else? Fuck you, man. I don't care if you're better than me on that. You don't get anything. It doesn't bring anything new to the game. Well, with that out the way, let's go! To start things off, we have Super Metroid Golden Dawn. This hack is a very friendly hack. You don't need many advanced skills to complete it. If you just completed Super Metroid, but don't like Super Metroid Impossible or such, but still want something else out of the game, I would suggest you play Golden Dawn. It doesn't change much graphics, but it changes the rooms a lot. It is a really cool hack, really entertaining hack to play, but didn't make it higher up the list because of its whiff dig. If you're wondering what whiff dig is, I've been mentioning whiff dig since the intro, and whiff dig stands for where in the fuck do I go? I don't like games where you get lost too easily and you start asking yourself, where in the flying fuck do I have to go next? Now that you know what whiff dig is, if you hate it as much as I do, don't worry. This hack doesn't suffer too much from it. You'd still like it. It's a hack I recommend for everybody who loves Metroid. Thumbs up for me. In my old lists comment section, I have a lot of comments from people who tell me that I forgot to mention a bunch of hacks that I didn't play and that I should browse more to find more hacks, and that's what I did. I browsed some on the Metroid construction site and found Mockingbird Station, a really cool Super Metroid hack that has a really cool layout, some really cool physics, a fun hack indeed. And also plays with something real interesting. That's what I call taunting. Taunting, when done right, is something really cool for games. And you might be wondering, what's this taunting this guy's talking about? The most famous Super Metroid taunting case I can think of is the X-ray visor room, the X-ray scope room. When you first go through the soily area from Binstar, you see this yellow door you cannot open just yet. But it inspires you to get the item needed to open that door because you want to find what's inside that door that bad. That's taunting done in a good way. When it's done in a bad way, your hack basically becomes Super Metroid Ice Metal Uninstall 1 hack. Those dudes have no clue how taunting works, and that's what made me hate that game. If you're planning on creating a Super Metroid hack, don't do what those guys did. Don't take that hack as an example. If you do, fuck your hack. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, what was I saying? Mockingbird Station knows how to play with that in a very clever way. It's such a way that makes you want to finish the game sooner, you know, like I'm passing through wrecked ship, I find a green door, and I just want to go back to that door to find what's inside. It's really intriguing. It's a really intriguing hack. That's all I can say about it. Thumbs up for me. Coming up at number 8, we have Super Metroid Legacy. I said it then, and I say it now. This hack is pretty strong. It's pretty cool. It's pretty big. I like it, but I said everything that I needed to say about it on my last video. Thumbs up for me. So, let's move on. On number 7, we have Super Metroid HYDFLLIUS. A game whose sights are breathtaking. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Don't you tell me you don't like it. I mean, those futuristic looks of all the planet. I mean, God. It's so beautiful that it's almost impossible to speedrun. Not because it's too hard, but because it's so cool that you want to stop at every room to see around, to look around, to see the background, to take a look at everything around Samus. However, most of these hacks have something that I don't like, and that's suit design. I don't like the suit colors too much, but it's still cool though. I love it. And as a plus note, if you're a casual player, it's easy to complete. Well, not too easy. I mean, it's on a kind of hard level, but not extreme, like impossible. You don't need bump jumping. In fact, bump jumping in this game is pretty much impossible. You can just do one single jump out of a bomb and that's it. And all because of the delay between explosion and explosion that has been increased in this game, thus making bump jumping impossible. So that's it. This game is completable in normal terms. And so there's games like, there was a hack I downloaded not long ago that was called Final Stand, that was really, really nice. Nice looking, it had plants everywhere and stuff. But from the beginning of the game, it was like, dude, really? First room, open the first door, 4 Metroids popped out of nowhere and started eating me. I didn't last 1 second. It was pretty much impossible, man. On the other side of that, there was a wall, so that was the only way, the intended way to go. I'm like, I'm not up to that. Fuck that. So, I appreciate this hack not being too hard and being a really, really good looking hack. So, it totally deserves the 7th spot in this list. Each year, MetroidConstruction.com hosts 2 season competitions based around celebrations, which are Christmas and Halloween. And during each competition, hackers are urged to make the best hack out of each celebration that they can make. Halloween hacks are scary and dark in some way, and that's what brings us here. What you're seeing now is Super HAUNTROID, a Halloween hack that I have already talked about in the past in my old video. But I feel like I just didn't make justice to it. So I'm gonna explain the basic concept of the game. What you have to do is hunt down several ghosts spread throughout the entirety of the 2 rooms in which this hack takes place. You have a lot of fun. I guarantee it. It's a really cool hack. The only thing I really didn't like about it was the suit designs, because the suit is the normal Various suit. It has nothing to do with Halloween, and I would really much love to see a Halloween suit or something. Other than that, this is a really cool hack. I urge you to play it. Give it a try. I'm sure you will like it. So that was Super HAUNTROID, a Halloween hack. But now, let me talk to you about the Halloween hack. Its name, Hallow Eve. Look at that screen. Just look at that screen. That screams Halloween. This is the best Halloween hack ever made. It's got a freaking pumpkin instead of the Metroid. Come on. It's got this spooky vibe, and you know you're fucked up from the first time you set foot on that strange ass room in which the hack takes place. First thing that you're told is that your shooter's offline. You're no longer able to shoot anything. And no, there isn't any upgrades that help you shoot stuff. The only way you can get past around enemies? Bombs. Yeah, it's tough. But enemies are the least of your concern, because this room is a giant fucking maze. The suit design is really freaking awesome, and the layout is a maze that you won't ever forget. It's perfect for speedrunning. You can complete it in within 20 minutes, even if you're a casual player. It takes practice. It's not easy. I'm not gonna lie, it's not easy. But bump jumping has been made 20 times easier than it is on the original game. And the reason for that is because bump jumping is mandatory as fuck right here. Even vertical bump jumping. But don't worry, this game makes it pretty easy for you. You're gonna need a lot of save states, I'm not gonna lie, but you're gonna have balls of fun playing it. It's really freaking spooky. I hope you guys enjoy yourselves and play the shit out of this game. Now let me tell y'all something about Halloween contest in MetroidConstruction.com. If this hack right here was a contestant, it would have won by a long fucking shot. It's by far the spookiest, scariest Metroid hack ever made. It's called Darkholme Hospital. I've already talked about it quite a bit. I'd say it before and I'll say it again. This is the best horror-themed Super Metroid hack you'll ever find. I'm not lying. Go ahead, knock yourself out, play it from top to bottom. I'm sure you'll love it. I feel like I've already said everything I wanted to say about this hack on the other video, so let's not get too much into it and let's move on. Now we're talking big words. Now we're getting into the podium. In our number 3 spot, we have Super Metroid Digital Cube. This hack I've completed numerous times before. I've taken it to various trips on a laptop. I even have it on my cell phone, on an emulator. It's so cool. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. I've played the shit out of this game. The past 3 days, I've completed it. I've counted myself 19 times. It's really awesome. It's really easy. I know it's intimidating because of its cubic looks, but when you find out that that cube is a reference to an old horror movie titled The Cube that I recommend, that movie's good as fuck, you know that you're getting yourself into something special. Not everything is what it looks like on this hack, and you have to look everywhere if you want to make a 100% speedrun. There's a standard speedrun route that you can take, and it's all good, it's all easy, you don't need much text, you don't need to be an expert. The only 2 things that are hard as fuck in this game are the heat rush and the final boss. Heat rush being you have to run a lot in a place where your health's being drained by the heat in the environment. And to top it all off, at the end of that heat run, you have to make a shine spark off a door. Well, that's the only 2 hard things on this hack. It's pretty much really playable, really enjoyable. I love it. Thumbs up. Triple thumbs up. This list silver medal is taken by a hack suggested on my old video on the comment section by Tanner Santos and LL Master Sword LL81. And it is in fact Hyper Metroid. Sorry Tanner, I know it's not redesigned. I hate redesign, by the way. For starts, only Digital Cube is able to outmatch this hack in terms of addictiveness. It's so freaking addictive. You want to complete it once and twice and 3 times. It's really, really freaking long. It's a hack that you take hours on hours to finish. It's got really, really cool room structure. It's got really, really cool item placing. Gravity Suit was placed inside of the water parts of Meridia. I mean, it was savage. This hack was freaking savage. It was epic. It had epic structures, epic palettes, epic everything. I freaking loved it. And finally, our number 1. Our golden medal is taken once again by Super Metroid Phasing Hack version 0.1. It's the best hack made for Super Metroid, period. It's so awesome. I could complete that game a million times and I'd still have a blast playing it through and through and fucking through. It's so good. I love it. It's got so many things to see. It's got so many places to go. The enemies are awesome. It keeps little from the old game, and it's like an entirely different game. It's got an atmosphere of its own, which very little hacks can do on this list. The only two hacks that make an atmosphere of their own are HYDFLLIUS and Digital Cube. Aside from them, this is the only one that does it. And this one does it better than those two combined. It's so cool. It's got perfect sounds for each place. My god. This is the perfect hack. Period. Versions 0.2 and 0.3 are not so good because they tried to improve something that didn't have to be improved in the first place. They tried changing palettes, changing things, and ultimately they changed the atmosphere of the game, which was the cool part. They made it another game, and I don't like it that way. I like to keep things how they are when they are at the best point of their existence. This hack came out in 2009. It was a blast. You didn't have to fix something that didn't need to be fixed. I freaking love this run. If you have the chance to get it, get it. I know it's been down for a long time. It's not available on the web anymore. It's really rare to find. However, I have found it again. And if you guys want it, I'm gonna be uploading it to my shared account. You can download it from there and try playing it. And no, it's not even on the Metroid Construction site anymore. But as I was saying, this hack takes the #1 spot by a long shot and is my favorite. And so there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Before I end the video, there's a couple of announcements I'd like to make. The first is, good news guys, my Super Metroid hack is already complete. It's called Planet Nightmare. It's based off Sam and Fasar's Halloween hack from MetroidConstruction.com. I'll leave a link to it on the description below. My hack, however, is located on foreshared.com. I'll leave a link to it in the description as well. And I hope you guys play both hacks and tell me what do you think from both. Give Sam and Fasar lots of love because of what they did. It was a cool effort. It was kind of terrible, I'm not gonna lie. But don't forget, they're starting out. They're new hackers. Don't get mad. The second announcement I gotta make is, I hope this channel really takes off. I want you guys to leave a like if you did enjoy. Leave comments. I'll be sure to answer as many of them as I can. And as always, I hope you guys have a good day. And by the way, Tiago, if you're there, leave a comment. I would like to get in touch with you again because I would like us to resume our project we had. Remember? Super Ice Metroid? And that's it, guys. I hope you liked it. And how we say in my country, Ecuador, buenas noches, motherfucker.